Today's video, I wanted to talk about one-on-one coaching, group chats, or the group, Patreon, a couple other things about diet. This is going to be a pretty diet-heavy video. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, my name is Ryan. This is High Carb Regenerator. Welcome to my channel. Today, I really wanted to talk about, so people have been reaching out to me about one-on-one coaching. I've been very reluctant to do that because I've been trying to figure out what happened between being raw last Lent, which is coming up again, and adding in rice basically back to my diet. I've been trying to figure this out for the whole year. I have had some information come in. I finally read the Mucusless Diet. It kind of reads to me about what I was actually doing in 2016 unknowingly. And I also wanted to mention, so a lot of people will get into their head, you know, like Durianrider or McDougall or the 50-50 plate or keto or carnivore or whatever it is, and they are so one track with it that they will go down with the ship. Now, if you feel like going down with the ship, go down with the ship, but I don't, right? So I explore different things. I'm open to different things. I'll open up, you know, I'll read things, I'll listen to things. I don't really read. Who are we kidding? I like to listen to things because I can't read. And just get more information. I'm trying to figure out why, like, even under my eyes look so much better. And a lot of Durianrider lovers are going to come on here and say, well, you haven't been drinking enough sugar water and blah, 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 blah. But there's got to be another reason behind it. So I've been looking into this. I'm doing like a 2 or 3 week experiment. I'm being vague right now because I don't want, backlash if it doesn't go the way I want to or whatever. So I'm doing like a 2 or 3 week experiment with myself. I have cut out rice. I have not cut out sugar. Sugar has stayed, but I have cut out rice. I'm trying to figure out what it is that causes this. And because when I watch Durianrider, the people who actually have lost weight, and ironically, if you go on, because I was searching for people to do interviews with maybe like 2 months ago, and when I went into Instagram, because you know you can type hashtag Raw4, and you can go onto channels and stuff, I couldn't find one that had been started that was still up. They were all they were huge channels or whatever, huge Instagram profiles. They had tons of pictures, but they all cut off around 2016, 2017, if not earlier. And I'm trying to figure out why the hell that is. And I've also noticed that people who do it, and I really hope to interview him again. Hopefully he might even see this video. I'm trying to figure out what the hell causes this, because it seems to me that people who have like 20, 30, maybe 40 pounds to lose, it works pretty well with them. Those of us who have a lot more than that to lose, it doesn't go so well, right? It doesn't go so well. And some people gain a ton of weight and they call that metabolic damage, which it could be. It could be, because I've done videos with Georgie talking about when people added a bunch of sugar into their diet, they actually did gain weight. So this is actually a thing. It's, you know, metabolic damage. I've actually done quite a few videos about it. I did talk to Georgie's team. It seems like maybe in March we're going to do an interview, so I'm going to get more information on that in March. And I'm going to start reaching out to more and more people about this because I'm paying for Zoom, so I may as well use it, right? And I like having interviews on this channel. I like the feedback. So I'm going to, I reach out to people. I can't force them. I can't, cattle prod them. Come on my channel, dude, or you chick or whatever. But I'm trying to figure out what causes this. And I really think it has something to do with the digestive tract and the body as a whole. The body as a whole, as far as digestion, because if anybody's watched my videos, I have talked about digestion in almost every single video when it comes to weight loss. There is something that goes on in the digestive tract, because I can physically, when I look at myself in the mirror, I can actually see definition starting to come in, my abs starting to come in, but my gut is distended. And what is causing that? So I'm on a quest to figure this out. It may end up leading me back to just raw vegan, which whatever. But I don't think you have to stay there. I think you need to clear out the pipes, as they say, before you can add something new. It's kind of like when you see a backup in a sewer somewhere, you can't exactly add more of what caused the backup and expect anything different. So what causes the backup? Mostly trees and, dead bodies and stuff, like, depending on where you live. But what causes that in humans? It could be the dead bodies again, actually, that you could still have the dead bodies in you from when you ate animals. I still could have that. I have no idea. I'm not going to cut myself up. I got the colonoscopy. Done, and there was nothing there, miraculously. But the colonoscopy does not go into the small intestines. And a lot of people probably checked out, going to call this woo-woo. But something causes this, right? There's got to be a reason for the backlog, because in 2016 is more special to me than when I was raw, because when you're raw, the weight just evaporates. It evaporates. But what allowed me to have that same effect while also having cooked food? What caused that? Was it the fact that I worked a ton? But when I was raw, I worked a ton, minus the fact sometimes when I was jobless. But what causes this? So this is what I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but this is what I'm waiting for. I'm figuring this out, because I don't believe, I know a lot of people are going to come on here and say it differently. I don't believe humans have a different diet. I don't see why that would be. I mean, if you go to any part of the world that has squirrels, they're all going to eat the same thing. If you go to any part of the world that has tigers or cats or whatever, you're not seeing any of them peeling open a banana, right? So no matter where you go in the world, all animals eat the exact same thing. So I don't think it's different for humans at all. I'm not even going to go there. I don't think balance is a thing. I think that's absolute nonsense. Especially if you look at animals in nature, we're the only ones here that don't know what to eat. But if you look at nature, you don't see monkeys eating oranges and then, going, over here to eat bananas. They just eat one thing until they're done. So anyways, I'm exploring this. I'm trying to figure out the cause of this, because it's driving me a little crazy. So you're probably not going to see a ton of recipes. You might see a lot of stuff on my Instagram though. So go check that out. I might turn those into like shorts or something like that for here. We'll see what happens. But I'm going to have this video as a reference point for 2 or 3 weeks out. I might even cut this video up in 2 or 3 weeks and show myself in comparison to where I can get. I might even take pictures of myself too. But anyways, back to the one-on-one. So once I go through this, I got to figure out what causes this, because metabolic damage is great and all, and I know it's real, but I've been eating pretty high calories oh gosh, the Seco people. Oh, the Seco people are going to come on here and say, I told you so. Blah, 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 blah. If Seco worked, if calories in, calories out worked, how many people would be on Weight Watchers? How many people would be on, what's the other one? Jenny Craig, does it still exist? Am I dating myself? I am, because I'm single. Whatever the other ones, they all work on point systems. Starve yourself and have dinner. This all, over exercise yourself. Wonder why you're having a heart attack, and then come back to us, because it didn't work. And then we're gonna do it next January. Next January it's gonna work. Next January. So if it worked, these people would be millionaires, Every single one of these consultants, every one of these coach, you would have people beating each other up to get into these places, right? It doesn't work. So, it doesn't work. Sorry. Anyway, one-on-one coaching will begin hopefully in February because I feel like I'm on the right track. It took me a little while to get here. Sometimes I'm dense. But you get ideas stuck in your head. Now, I'm not saying sugar's bad. I'm not saying any of this stuff is bad. I'm just saying that for somebody who does have a rather large amount of weight to lose, I think you've got to clear out the system first. I think because if you really look at the olden days, black and white picture, olden days of Durianrider and Freelee, they cleaned the pipes first, and then he ignited the furnace within them, or her really, with the sugar and everything else because the pipes were cleaned out first. Now, I don't think that everybody's got to be raw. Even in the Mucusless Diet, he calls the raw vegan diet propaganda no more so than, vegetarian is, they're all propaganda. So anyway, I'm going to run with this. Yeah. And now as far as the groups, I did start the Patreon. Everybody's begging me. I started in crickets, right? A couple, I'm thankful for the people who joined. What do you want in there? First of all, what do you want in there? I'll see if I can do it in Patreon. If I can't, I'm going to switch to another platform. I would like to have some kind of ongoing conversations. I don't know that I can do that in Patreon. So we're going to see how this goes. And we're going to go from there. Let me know, because this isn't about me. This is about the people who actually want that. So what do you want? I'm not going to do live streams until there's enough people to actually watch the live streams, because if there's a few people on there, chances are they don't even live in the same area. And it's just going to be impossible to line that stuff up. So anyway, what do you want in a group? One-on-one coaching is going to start soon. I really just got to figure, I think you got to clean out the pipes first. My only conclusion, because if I'm losing subcutaneous, which is, skin, under the skin fat, but not visceral, there's got to be a reason for that. Anyway, I think that's it. Talk to you in the next video. Likes, comments, questions, all that good stuff down below. Subscribe. Talk to you in the next video.